Hi, I'm going to be reviewing A Full Day of Eating by George Osborne.
So this morning, a new low, 75.3, 166 pounds and 11 stone.
Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's well. Here's Vicky trying to catch up with my 99 pace this morning as I'm on the go. Usually we would...
You don't seem like you're doing very well in it. The first time I saw this guy, I thought that he's older than me. Online it says that he's 27. If that's true, then it's nuts. He's 7 years younger than me.
high expenditure to lose weight, as my body is generally quite small. I'm quite a small person, so my body likes being lean, don't like being heavy. Like when I pushed to 91 kilos, it was an absolute nightmare. MG of your him beans, had a black coffee, sipping on my jug of water, and we're going to bash out about 8,000 steps this morning.
A black coffee? Only people who really hate themselves drink black coffee because they just gave up on any kind of pleasure and joy in their lives. It's just pure suffering. They just want the worst, the most pain.
So the dogs are going to fucking enjoy it for one. My heart rate's elevated because I've just literally walked up that hill and I'm now walking back down it. Don't forget to like. Do not forget to subscribe. All Day of Eating Rest Day edition. Take you through what we're doing on the rest day at the moment to get lean. Yeah, hit a new low this morning, as you guys saw. So buzzing with that, and it's only going to get better from here. In fact, I'm going to wait for you.
Nothing's getting better from here, mate.
Vicky, she can't keep up my 99 pace. I said I got 99 pace. It's a FIFA trait. Oh, there's the boy. It's slow, mate. Right, so we just got back.
Of course, he has a dog and a girlfriend, from what it seems like. An empty life, no children, just a substitute. I don't know if this guy is on PEDs or not. I haven't seen his body. I think so. That's probably why he aged so much. Maybe even on tren. How else do you look that severely old at 27? That's what it says online. Maybe I'm wrong, and he looks so much older.
So, first...
Oh, I almost thought that he's gonna be eating raw eggs, but why would I think that?
Meal of the day. Same.
He's trying to finger my arsehole as I'm doing this. Not pleasant at all. Meal number one, 3 whole eggs, 3 egg whites, which is 100 ml, some mushrooms, bell pepper, and some kale there.
Why would you eat mushrooms? There's no purpose whatsoever. Or is this guy trying to lose body weight and just stuff himself full of indigestible food? Then he's doing a so-called good job, yeah.
And of course, the seasonings to go on top are the lighter than light mayo. At some point, they're probably going to...
Ooh, all of these mayos are based on vegetable oils. Absolute poison. Really.
Slightly overcooked my eggs this morning, so I'm a little bit upset about that. But
Yeah, the less you cook them, the better. It's good that you're upset. Do better next time.
and I got Burford Browns as well. A little bit all of that on there. I'm sure you'll be able...
I would be upset about all of the rest that you're eating. Not the eggs, but the green stuff and the mushrooms.
See that? Tell you what, in my opinion, one of my favourite meals of the day. Banging. And it's only fucking eggs, egg whites, and fucking veg. So that was meal number 1 done and dusted. So that came...
Man, those kind of wrinkles, that has to be tren, right? What else can it be?
That's me being totally honest. I can't get my fucking words out. What was I saying? Good food choices which add...
Such a low body fat. Probably, I think, from what it seems like. Generally, he's eating very low fat. The brain doesn't function very well then.
More volume. So in a diet, you want to get as much volume as you can from as little amounts of food. So egg whites being one, and a very easy voluminous protein that you can add in. It's very low calories. It adds so much more volume into your meals. And vegetables. Vegetables are great. Again, high volume. For example, kale, mushrooms as well, per 100 grams. Very, very little calories. I don't have a clue how anyone, to be honest with you, doesn't eat vegetables. I see people have like chicken and rice and no veg. And I'm just like, where the fuck's the veg? I cannot have chicken and rice or anything without vegetables. Like vegetables are absolute staple. Even in the off season, absolute staple.
Wait, why? Why are they a staple? Is he gonna explain it?
Vegetables as well. Don't track them. However, they are such small calories for the volume that you get. And if you are hungry whilst dieting on lower calories, then that is definitely a good option to implement as well. So egg whites, high protein, low fat, vegetables, great macro and micronutrition, and volume.
Micronutrition. It pretty much has the least micronutrients out of any so-called food. And really, you can't call it food. You can't call green leaves, flowers, herbs, and whatever food, seeing as we don't naturally eat it. Nobody eats that in nature. Most of which you eat doesn't even exist in nature anyway. It's all man-made cultivated plants. Strange guy.
As well, super important whilst dieting.
Yeah, really what I think he's talking about is that he's stuffing himself full of fiber. That's why he says that it's a staple. Why does she look so familiar? Or does she just have a typical British face? She also works out or what? Does she have a channel now?
This is the same as my training day, meal number 2. However, there's 10 grams less of rice in here. So 70 grams rather than 80 jasmine rice, 125 grams of 5% beef mince. And of course, we're going to go and...
The beef mince was very overcooked. You already lost more than half of the nutrients for sure, which includes protein. Then you just have arsenic-filled rice with some sugar, just some anti-nutrients, fiber, just nothing. Just pointless. Might as well eat candy.
Grab some beetroot. I have 80 grams of beetroot. Just buy the Tesco's ones because I fucking used to spend like the extra 2-3 quid on some brand. I'm just paying for the brand. The Tesco's own is just as good, if not better.
Tesco's food is the best in it.
Did you make the cream fry?
Oh no, I didn't.
That sticky thing.
Usual
He seems to be adding a red sauce to everything. Obviously, naturally, you don't want some brown dried up meat. You want fresh red meat. But because he's afraid to eat what humans naturally eat, which is raw meat, he instead gets this juicy jar of beetroots, which is supposed to replace it, which is impossible because it's nothing.
condiments, mustard, squirt a little bit on there like that, boom. Again, don't track these. Ketchup, my favorite, of course. If I had to pick any one out of these, I'll get rid of the mustard. That'll be the first one that would go. And I would always...
Mustard has sulforaphane. It's all from the cabbage family. That stuff is not good.
always have the mayonnaise.
You had a shower. It's so pretty.
Yeah, she rolled in fucking fox.
I love how she has the typical British makeup. Her face is orange. I lived in the UK and all of the women had this kind of makeup on. And it's orange until here somewhere usually. Some do it better than others. And then it's white all of a sudden because they never get any sunlight. It's just horrible.
If you've got an iPhone, just make sure you've got a light on photo shuffle. So every time you lock it, it comes up with a new photo. Pretty cool feature that. Obviously, clearly mine is just Vicky and the dog.
Cool, man.
So this meal number 2 comes at 37 grams of protein, 8 grams of fat, 54 grams.
You can't be getting that much protein if the meat is cooked. How could you? Impossible. Then it would be half. Because ground meat or minced meat is very easy to overcook. Really, you should only cook it if you cook it for whatever reason, for a few seconds. Otherwise, it's done.
And 429 calories, minus the beetroot, which I'm not tracking again. Beetroot is very, very low calories per 80 grams. So for me right now, I've never tracked it. So at this point,
Beetroot is just nothing. Just literally, like a lot of what you eat, you just eat empty fiber.
Bangers, bro. Very good. Very nice. I'm going to sit here and enjoy this, and we'll catch you in the next clip.
Very nice skin also. Lovely.
Right. I am heading over to Lidl to get some salmon. If you like salmon, like me.
Look, he's taking his child with him. What a great father.
Go Lidl. Lidl's meat, but the quality is pretty good for the value that you pay.
Yeah, Lidl, totally. It's not at all an absolute slave store.
So if you are into your fishes or chicken or
Sauces so close to Liverpool.
excuse me, or beef mince or whatever, head over there and you won't be disappointed. So we go for the deluxe ones. They're pretty good, to be honest.
What deluxe, man? All of that is farm fish. It's all toxic. Maybe some slightly less than the rest.
So, however, today they all look fucking shit. And of course,
It all looks fucking shit in it. Come on, mate. You're little in it.
so I'm going to get a packet for the dogs because it's rest day and the dogs get a salmon for.
But even for the dogs, I guess that it's better than what most people feed dogs. it is actually, still though.
As well. Oh, this is such a dangerous game.
Oh my god, grain sludge with sugar and drugs. I totally want that. It's so dangerous for me as a slave.
These cookies used to be my favorite, but they've got to like, oh, look at that. Look at the donuts.
Yeah, look at them. It's literally grain sludge baked into a circle, and then with toxic chocolate caffeine on top, theobromine, and 20 other toxins for sure. The first time I ever had a donut in my life was in the UK, when I moved to the UK. Not really much after. I remember just thinking that it's very sweet. Of course, there's a lot of drugs inside. It makes you addicted to them, but I never bought them again for whatever reason. Maybe I understood that it's unhealthy. I guess that everybody kind of knows it. Except for bodybuilders, they just believe that calories are calories.
Oh, Rocky Road. Oh, I could absolutely...
Man, you're starving yourself. The only reason you have cravings for this junk is because your body fat is low, or at least you're not eating enough fat. Again, we haven't really seen his body, but from the face alone, you can kind of tell, although sometimes you can't tell in the face.
Smash all of this right now. These donuts. I know those donuts are filled as well. Oh, the brownie. Oh, fuck.
Oh my god, man. You're totally mental. Nobody goes to grain sludge and acts like this.
Croissants. This is, oh, these little flatbreads as well. They used to be absolutely pangers. And a nice bit of bread, like just a nice soft bit of bread.
Why does he keep saying pangers? Never heard of that before, really. I've never heard of that. What is that? Some new slang?
Would go down like an absolute treat right now. I promise you, I'm not as hungry as what I come across in these YouTube videos. That's a fucking lie. But the goal's big, you know? You need to fight the willpower. Don't look at that sort of stuff if you're...
Yes, you need to fight your own senses. Of course, in this case, it's good that he's not eating that, but he also doesn't eat anything better. A human being who is well nourished from raw meat doesn't crave any of this. You generally don't think about food. You're not obsessed with food because you're not starving.
You're starving hungry because you're more likely to have. Luckily, I know myself, I ain't going to do that. But fucking hell, I'd love to smash that right now. Look, I've got for you, Mengi. This is yours later. Nice little salmon fillet for the Mengi.
Availability for Ryder Cup selection, which we know is in New York next year.
Of course, the
Oh, he has both of his children with him. Nice.
the dogs have to come to the shops with us. They just know, they're like, wherever you go, we're fucking going. I'm like, all right then, just come with us.
Treaty to strengthen ties with Germany. Fossil fuels from its toy bricks by...
You already know the score.
What can I get for you?
Hi, could I get 2 large cold brews, please, without any milk? Could I get one with caramel syrup, sugar-free caramel syrup?
Caramel?
And one with vanilla, please. Sugar-free as well.
Sugar-free vanilla, yeah?
And 2 puppuccinos.
Watch my order. And
Hey,
it's been a
fuck
fucking
that.
disaster.
Could you imagine if you had 50 grams of carbs from just like a drink?
Sabotage me this time.
I know.
And a puppuccino for Mengi who smells like shit.
If you're coming to Starbucks, you've got to get yourself a puppuccino for the dogs, because as you can clearly see...
Wait, a puppuccino? Is it actually something that Starbucks gives to people with dogs? I've never heard of this.
They absolutely love it. Right, a little taste test before we head off of the caramel.
I wouldn't go to Starbucks, by the way, because of who owns it.
Hey, my meal number 3 of the day. So we have 150 grams of chicken breast somewhere in here, there.
And what is the rest? Potatoes and chicken breast or what? It's something else. But whatever it is, it's very overcooked. That's for sure more than 50% of the protein destroyed. That's just probably like 20-30% left. You just destroy it. It's just denatured.
Which is raw weight. We have 300 grams of raw weight potato, which I air fried.
Right, that's what I thought, innit? Fucking potatoes. It's alright to cook them because you can't eat them raw, but the meat, oh, it's just destroyed, innit?
Earlier. And then I normally would have tender stem broccoli, but I ran out. So we're gonna have...
Oh, you ran out of flowers? Oh, that's so fucking sad, innit? Be glad.
Have some green beans with this meal. So I'm gonna have 100 grams of green beans. I would have the whole packet, to be totally honest with you. However, I don't think that's gonna be good for my old digestion. So 100...
Right, exactly. Because you know that it's indigestible, it's horrible for you. Then why do you eat them? You still haven't told us.
The rice, the green beans, I don't weigh out the kimchi or the ginger either. Oh, and lastly, a little bit of salt to go on top there as well. You excited for the meal? A little bit on.
The girl is also looking very dehydrated, as if she has prematurely aged skin. Both of them do. If they both work out, he does obviously, but I think that she also does. And then eat is kind of garbage. Yeah, she eats some meat, okay, yeah, both of them do, but it's so overcooked, it's so drying for your whole body. That just cannot work.
Taste test going down as we're here. A little bit of green beans. What I normally do, this is eating disorder central, but I'll tell you, is I normally eat the rice, the green beans first. I obviously mix and match between having obviously the kimchi and ginger. And I save the salmon till last. It's like when I used to grow up, if I used to have a roast dinner on the Sunday, I'd always eat the vegetables first. I'd then eat the potatoes, and then I'd save the meat till last. So I'm basically doing the exact same thing. Of course, you've got to have the skin nice and...
It's because you want to eat what you don't want to eat first and then save the best for last. Is that what he's saying?
Quick, easy, done within like 20.
Again, it's just always the same. It's as if all of them go and watch the same guys or go on some kind of forum, read some kind of articles as to what you're supposed to eat as a so-called bodybuilder, somebody who's destroying their body. And then they always eat very overcooked meat, where a lot of the protein is destroyed, which is of course counterproductive. And then rice, always the same, way unhealthier than candy. Really, if they would be eating candy for the sugar, and that's all that you get out of it besides the toxins, then it would be a lot healthier. It's just because of the toxins, rice is even worse. And then vegetables which don't exist in nature, just fiber, anti-nutrients and toxins usually. Or flowers, because he also eats broccoli, he said. Yeah, just overcooked meat, seeds and flowers.
30 minutes, absolute max. Got my post-workout tomorrow, green beans, chicken, rice. Second meal of the day, which is beef mince, rice, and all I need to add in there is beetroot. And then we've got Vicky's post-workout meal, green beans, beef mince, and rice.
It would be a lot better to eat slightly cooked meat if you really want to eat meat. A kind of rare steak, some kind of rare beef. No seeds whatsoever. For the sugar, simply eat fruits and no vegetables. Because you hate them. You basically admitted it yourself, and you for sure don't have a reason as to why you eat them. You gave 0 reasons.
As well, so get ahead of the game. When it comes to those rest days, use your time wisely. So when you're not training, it's that time you use.
The only thing you're ahead of is your age. Why do they have those strange glasses on?
So far?
Yeah, I like them. They're speedy.
Speedy. I feel like I sprint in them, to be honest. I'm not going to do that because I'll probably pull a muscle, know me. But yeah, blue light blocker gang on you done. So a lot of people ask about the blue light blockers. Is it placebo? Whether it is or isn't, in my opinion, it works for me. It's worth trying it. You get these from
I
Amazon.
like these dim down the light a little bit, so anything more is brighter.
Yeah, they're actually like computer PC.
Why would you block out the sun? Do you want cataracts or what?
My eyes just feel quite heavy before I go to bed, which is a good thing because then I'll get tired. Gonna go on a bit of a pacey walk in my new shoes. Feel like an old man. Dog's gonna have some fun.
You feel like an old man. You probably do, and you look like one also.
15 grams of that bad boy. Going straight on top there, look at that. So the goal is...
Oh my god, he's really obsessed with fat, except that this is peanut butter, I guess, which are just seed oils, aflatoxins, phytic acid, other anti-nutrients. Just absolute garbage. You're just obsessed with fat because you don't eat any animal fat.
Sometimes just make it very basic like you see. Throughout the whole entire video today, it's been basic shit. That's what I stand for. I like basic, I like plain, I like average food. It tastes good, it does the job. And for me, I'm achieving the goals that I've set out. So
A lot of what you eat doesn't taste good though, such as the vegetables. What he means is that he's trying to stuff himself full of calories because he has no idea about micronutrients or what humans are supposed to eat in general. It's just all about achieving his muscle goals. They already look like an elderly couple, sort of. And they still don't have any children, just those 2 dogs. It's kind of over already for this relationship.
Actually, yeah. I can't believe I actually like cinnamon.
This is what preps do to you guys. It fucks you up mentally. Like, you start liking things that you've never liked before. Never liked cinnamon in my life. Anything cinnamon, nah.
Nobody likes cinnamon. Cinnamon is poisonous. It's so toxic that you can die from it. You don't even need to consume a lot of it. That's why people use so little of it.
Fuck off. Now, that's a game changer, babe. So that concludes, you dickhead, today's YouTube video. Comment down below, Vimto, if you have watched the whole thing. As always, guys, I really hope you have that's not what I was meant to say. I hope you've enjoyed the content, hope you've enjoyed the regular uploads, and hopefully it's helping you on your journey to wherever you're getting to. So make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. We're trying to chase down 50,000 subscribers. Come on! One day we're gonna get there. It's been a fucking long time to get there, that's for sure, but I'm gonna pursue it.
This is the guy's channel. You couldn't see it, but he is a so-called bodybuilder. He's destroying his body, especially his face, skin, the largest organ of his body. If your skin is messed up, then your whole body is messed up. It's just that you see it on the outside. Health-wise, this guy is done pretty much, if he doesn't change anything. And it doesn't seem like it, because his goal is to compete, most likely, from what it seems like, with other slaves who hate themselves. He doesn't care about his health whatsoever. I also didn't understand what his overall point was, that you're supposed to eat whatever you want, as long as it's easy to prepare. You're just supposed to get in the calories and use PEDs, most likely. There's no way that you're gonna look this old from simply eating a bad diet and working out. Maybe you could achieve that if you would run a lot on top of that. But to look like this, if he's actually really 27, no, it must be PEDs. He's using something. And if he's competing, then he most likely is, because people like this need to get this attention from somewhere, which is why they go on the stage and then get judged by other people. They get judged by how good they are using the drugs. It's a competition of drug addicts, and people don't even realize this. A bunch of drug addicts go on a stage, and then people judge them for what drugs they are using. That's it. It's absolute insanity. It has nothing to do with the food that you're eating. It even hardly has something to do with the way you're working out. You're just lifting some man-made metal up and down. That's about it. Really, you don't need to think much about it. It's mostly about the drugs anyway. People who have used steroids and didn't work out at all still gained muscle. Which is why if you eat raw meat and a lot of organs, you still gain muscle, just because you're producing a lot more testosterone. That's it. And then you will end up looking the way a man is naturally supposed to look like. But these guys are inspired by other body destroyers, other people who hate themselves, who hopped on drugs. It's just drug addicts inspiring other drug addicts. The same way meth users inspire other crystal meth users. There's no difference. No difference at all. And do meth users even look this bad at the age of 27? You could say similar, but the aging is nuts on this guy. Thanks for watching.